Hello everybody, welcome to EDU291 Children's Literature. My name is Georgia Utsi and I will be your instructor. I am so happy that you are a part of this class and am very much looking forward into diving into our course content. The purpose of this video is just to give you an overview of how to navigate the course and some various things of what to expect each week and what to expect our first week in class. So as you can see, this is our home page. You really don't need to spend a lot of time here, but I like to have our course description as well as the upcoming calendar that you are welcome to view to help you with your time management. Where you're going to find the bulk of the course though is by clicking on modules. When you click on modules, this is where you will want to go as soon as you get into the class. I have a getting started video, which will be listed right here, which you're watching, so you found it on time. The next link here is our syllabus. If you click out to our syllabus link, you will find everything that you need here. Please take the time to review the syllabus, including communication policies, as well as an overview of the class and the various technologies that you will need, as well as other Mesa Community College requirements and guidelines. I do recommend reading this fully as there is a syllabus quiz in our week 1 getting started activities. A couple of items I want to point out to you. We do not have a required textbook in this course. All required module readings will be included in each module, and I will show you where to find those next. But we will have 3 literature studies. 2 of the literature studies, Because of Winn-Dixie and The Hunger Games, I have a digital copy loaded into the course. Therefore, you do not have to acquire a copy of these 2 books. But our 3rd and final literature study is The Invention of Hugo Cabret by Brian Selznick. I do not have a digital copy of this book, so it is your responsibility to obtain this book. It certainly could be a library book, or a borrowed book, but as far as I know at this point, there isn't a digital copy available. So just keep that in mind if you just will time manage to plan on getting a hold of this book really as soon as possible. It's a very, very big book if you're familiar with it. It's primarily illustrations. It's beautiful, but I recommend reading 10-12 pages a day throughout the semester, even if it's right before bed. It's a beautiful, wonderful journey, and it's something you don't want to miss. So if at all possible, try to get the book as soon as you're able to and begin reading. Like I said, it is primarily illustrations, so the reading is not hard. But you will want to make sure it is completed and done reading by the end of the semester. This is actually our final assignment in the course. So you do have some time. But that's the main thing I want to bring your attention to. A couple other things. We do use our Google account and our email quite a lot, so do make sure that your email is set up through Mesa Community College. If you are able to access the MCC library, I do recommend getting a library book, but as far as I know, things are still pretty locked down tight due to COVID-19. So we do have online books available, and I do allow online books, including Kindle, any sort of online or e-reader, as well as YouTube books, or any other resources you can use to access books. You will, of course, need your computer, access to the internet, and we will be using Flipgrid in multiple modules. And you will be using your Mesa Community College or Maricopa email to access the Flipgrid. All other policies I would like for you to take a look at in the course as it breaks down. We have introduction activities, which you will be completing this week, this first week. We have 12 reading organizers. They are all the same exact format. So once you've done your first reading organizer, you will know what to expect going forward. Each one is worth 10 points. We have 9 reading commentaries, which is the same thing as a discussion board. Each one is worth 10 points. We have personal learning experiences, and what those are just various assignments. These might be a poster or a PowerPoint or something like that that you are asked to complete. We also have a couple MCC related assignments that will come throughout the course. As mentioned, we have 3 literature studies that total 25 points each. Towards the end of the semester, we will have an author study. We also will have a book talk, and then our final assignments. So that is the breakdown. The rest of the syllabus, please go ahead and cruise on your own time and be prepared to take the syllabus quiz. As we jump out of modules, I also want to point out here our assignment checklist. We have multiple assignments in every module. I have the modules locked because I find it easier for students just to take a module at a time. So a new module will always open 1 week prior to the start of that module. But just for your own organization purposes, here is an assignment checklist that will give you a breakdown of all the assignments throughout the module from day 1 all the way until our final. As you already probably know, we do have a spring break, which is March 15th through the 21st. So I recommend downloading this or keeping this just available, checking it for your records. It is a good tool to have for time management. As it says in the policies of the syllabus, everything is subject to change. Sometimes I will have to delete an assignment or add an assignment or change something on the syllabus. And if that does happen, I will notify you. As you cruise through the rest of our getting started with our course week 1, I recommend checking out the course structure as well as this link here. It's called Finding Online Books. So in our reading commentaries, you are required to find 2 books every week that there is a reading commentary. I know that the libraries are often not available due to the state of COVID-19 at the moment. So if you are not able to get to the library to get a hard copy of a book, or if you do not have access to a child's library, possibly at home or something like that, there are various options. So please take a look at this page. There's multiple options. The main one I like to point out is Tumble Books. If you click on this Tumble Book link, it will have you log in with your MEID and password. It's actually done through our Mesa library, and it will give you access to many online books, but not everything. So Tumble Books is a great one. There's also some really helpful links and articles that can give you to other books or where you might find other books. But of course, the library is always wonderful. There's the Tempe Public Library, the Internet Archive Open Library. These are all options that are free. I do not expect you to purchase any books. Between the libraries, online reading, as well as Tumble Books and any other access that you have, you should not have to purchase anything if you don't want to. A couple other websites here, Amazon Kindle Unlimited, Audible, these sorts of things. These usually require some sort of membership and a monthly charge, so I certainly am not saying that you have to sign up for these. They're just options. Maybe you already have an account, and if so, they're certainly there for you to use. If you have any questions about accessing books, please let me know, but do know that I do not expect you to purchase anything. There is plenty of options. And when all else fails, I will also allow you to do a YouTube search for a book. If you find a read aloud of a particular book where you're able to view the pages and hear the story read, you are also able to use YouTube as well. So again, you should be able to use all of the options that are listed, including YouTube, and will be just fine. As mentioned, Because of Winn-Dixie and their Hunger Games are 2 literature studies that we have for this course. Here you are, and the Because of Winn-Dixie will link out. You can get the digital copy here. The same, oops, the same goes for the Hunger Games. So both are the full book, the full text. So please know that those are available, and keep in mind Hugo Cabret needs to be found on your own. So this week, for our assignments, there are multiple introduction assignments this week. The first one is the Introduction Discussion Forum. This is the opportunity for you to introduce yourself and get to know some classmates. So I recommend posting a little bit about yourself and then responding to a few classmates here. This is due within the first few days of the start of the class. If you check your Canvas email, you will notice that I, on the start of the course, have sent an email to your Canvas email. Please respond to that email. Let me know that you received the email, and let me know a little bit about yourself. Once you hit send, that will go to me, but to make the Canvas gods happy, they won't be happy unless you let me know that you have submitted something. So just write, I have responded to the welcome email in the comment box here, and then your to-do list will be fulfilled. If you don't do that, I will still respond to your email within 24 to 48 hours, but you will have a open to-do list on your Canvas, which most students cannot stand. So this really just helps you with your to-do list. We have a technology readiness survey. This survey is embedded in the course. Usually it is embedded, but right now it's not coming up as embedded. So please use the link here, which can take you to the survey immediately, or hopefully when you open up your survey, you will see it embedded here. But technology is always keeping us guessing. So here's an example of how sometimes it doesn't open. So you can use this direct link. Either one, either submitting it to the embedded location or the direct link will be fine. This is just to give us an idea of where you are with technology. Once you've completed the technology survey, please submit an image of the confirmation email that you received in your email, and it can be a photograph of that confirmation email submitted to the Dropbox. The same thing goes with the student information quiz. It is not a quiz, it's just a student information form. If you have multiple instructors in the Education Studies department, you will all have been asked to do this. You only need to fill it out once. Just list all of the names of the instructors that are requiring this to be complete. I will see your name there, but also as I liked to have you do, please take a screenshot or a photo from your phone of the completed survey and submit it to Canvas for proof of submission. Sometimes it can be hard to find people's names, and so that proof is very easy to help me grade. We have a syllabus quiz here. This will be due on the Sunday of our first week. We also have information in the MCC Student Center. So what this is, you guys, it's just clicking on your My Maricopa, clicking on your student icon, and just making sure that your information is correct. The only thing you need to submit here is my personal information is accurate. That's all you need to submit. It's just nice to make sure everything is updated. So double check that and then submit a text entry that you have made sure it's up to date. A few other forms here. This is a student information form to help me get to know you. It's a Google link, just as before. Please submit that you have completed the form and take a screenshot of the completed form. The information does not go anywhere besides in my records, just in case I were to need to send you something or something like that. There is, I would not pass it on to anybody for any purpose except for just to get to know my students. We also have a extra credit opportunity. If you want some extra credit, you can sign up for the Ed Rising Google Groups membership. All right, and then we're going to dive into Module 1. Week 1, you have one more assignment, and it is right here. It's hard to see. The Sunday that our course begins, you will want to complete a reading organizer. And then the next week, we will complete the rest of Module 1. Okay, everybody, I'm going to break down Module 1 in my Module 1 instruction video. I'll see you there.